I was all right. I had a little bit of memory problem and things like that, but that'll get better over time.
Yeah.
That was, as I said, I had the surgery in July. By October, I was back in Knoxville with the team for the first practice.
Wow.
So I wasn't able to practice then, obviously, but I was back in the swing of things, getting enrolled back into classes, and just being back was extremely, extremely important to me.
Yeah.
That's who those people became my family.
Yeah.
See, a lot of people don't realize, no, this is your coach. Those are just your teammates. Now we're a family.
Yeah.
And you know how it goes. You were surrounded by 150 other brothers and coaches and things like that. But and every day I just told myself, I can and I will. I can and I will. I can and I will. And by January, Heather and Jenny had me out there a little bit, able to run a little bit.
Ooh.
Was able to do that. Then by the end of the season, the following season, I was able to do a little bit more. Unfortunately, by that time, I could have stayed here in Knoxville, on scholarship and been around the team and things like that, but they just weren't comfortable with me playing again.
Yeah.
So they gave me an option. Like I said, Amber, you can stay. We would love to have you. You can still be on the team. You can still travel. You'll keep your entire scholarship.
Yeah, everything stays the same.
Everything stays the same. But for me, I fought back to play again.
Yes.
And God gave me the opportunity to get back on that court. So I was fortunate enough to reach out to a couple of schools back in Cincinnati where everybody felt more comfortable. That's where my doctors were.
Yeah.
I was home. And Xavier University, where Kevin McGuff was the head coach, who is now at Ohio State, gave me that second chance. He gave me that second chance and finished from there, graduated from there. And that's kind of how my college career ended.
Wow. So I you said something. Stroke, aneurysm, back on the court play. What part of the game did you take from, or what did you feel you learned from the game earlier in life that gave you that mentality to bounce back from something like that? Because there's people that go through that type of stuff on a regular basis and they quit.
Right.
Or maybe they don't quit, but maybe they don't have the will to win.
Right.
Well, what do you feel you got there from?
Well, this is one thing, just to kind of touch on what you just said. What people don't realize is 1 out of every 3 people who have an aneurysm survive. So that's 2 out of every 3 people die.
Whew.
At the age of 19, I had a stroke. That's something that my grandfather had at the age of 80. It's something like that. Well, I got it, my initial will, my push, my drive from my mother and my father. Definitely from my family. That's where it definitely first starts from. They pushed me and motivated me through anything and everything. I've seen my mom go through so much, having me at a young age and still finishing school. My dad fighting through college to become an NFL player, to make sure that I would be okay, my mom would be taken care of, my family members. And then, secondly, when you get here at the University of Tennessee and you're training every day and you're surrounded by a group of people who you never want to let go, because if you fall short of touching that line, well, we're all having to run again.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So you learn to, I don't care how tired I am, I'm going to fight through it.
Yeah.
I'm going to fight through it. And then again, it was, for me, it was always something bigger. I didn't know what it was at the time.
Yeah.
But there's a reason why I was saved and why I actually had the opportunity to play again. So I just wasn't going to give up. I have younger siblings, 4 younger sisters and a younger stepbrother and cousins and nieces and nephews. And I was like, if they see me quit, if they see me give up, well, what is that teaching them?
Yeah.
So to me, there's always, you hear all the time, there's always somebody watching you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there is. And that's kind of what motivated me to continue to tell myself every day, I can and I will. I can and I will. But I literally had to start from ground zero, from learning how to walk again, from learning how to swallow again, from learning how to do these basic things that we take for granted every single day of our life. When it's taken away from you, well, you're like, man, let me sit back, reevaluate some stuff, and then, okay, now let's push on, let's push forward. Not to feel sorry for yourself, because that only limits you.
Yeah.
At the moment you start to feel sorry for yourself because of something that you've gone through or that you are going through, well, you're never going to get past it. You're never going to push forward. You know what I mean? So then you think about it. Okay, well, I'm going to keep going, and you learn. Well, what is my new?
Yeah.
Because you hear so often, Amber, we just want to get you back. We just want you to be healthy again. We just want to get you back home. Well, or you hear people tell you, I know what you're going through. No, you don't. You don't know. You're not living it.
Right.
You know, so for me, well, what is my new? Well, to me, how am I going to get back on the court?
Yeah.
What's going to be different about my game?
Yeah.
Not, am I going to be able to tie my shoe again?
Right.
You know what I mean? So it was just something building inside of me to just keep on pushing forward.
Wow. And you was able to take that drive, that endurance to push, learn how to walk, learn how to swallow again, learn how to do all these things again to get back on the court.
Right.
How long did it? So how long were you not actually playing this game?
It was about a year. Mm-hmm. So in a year, I learned all this stuff.
Wow.
A year, because I had my brain surgery in July of 2009. By July of 2010, that's when I decided to transfer. Well, I was back in workouts.
That's incredible.
I was back in workouts, and you know, for me, it's strong in my faith.
That's
strong in my faith, man.
That's strong, because I want you to think about this. You heading back in a year with brain surgery, that's standard ACL surgery recovery time.
Right.
This is on your brain, not your knee.
Right.
Incredible. Now you get a chance to do what you do, playing professional.
Correct. It's crazy because I actually took 3 years off from playing. I did. I got a college job as a director of operations in Atlanta, and I took it. I was like, oh, okay, well, it's just time for me to hang up my shoes.
So this was after Xavier?
After Xavier. I graduated. I was like, what am I going to do now? What next?
Yeah.
You know, where am I going next? And I was like, you can impact these kids in college by sharing your story. So when I got the opportunity, I was like, oh yeah, I gotta take it.
Yeah.
You know, I gotta take it. And then from there, I got an administration job back home at Wright State University, and there where one of my mentors, you know, Katrina Merriweather, who is now the head coach, was like, Amber, oh, you need to play. Because she would see me after practices and stuff and shooting, or you know, I was in a couple of D League and Summer League and open gyms and stuff like that. You need to play. She said, let's get in the gym.
Wow.
Let's get in the gym.
Wow. So let me bend this back. So
Yep.
You had your life after sports for a short period of time.
Yep.
Were you fulfilled, or how did you, like, what was the thought process? Because you thought basketball was done for you.
Thought it was over. But it was something still burning inside of me.
Yeah.
You know, as athletes, we're always like, okay, I'm done. I'm going to hang it up. Well, then we get so scared that we're going to gain all this weight, so we're going to continue to work out, so we're going to continue to do all this stuff. Well, I was doing it, but I was doing basketball workouts. I wasn't in the gym on the treadmill or on the bike. I was in the gym getting up shots.
Yeah.
I was getting shots up. You know what I mean? I was still doing the post move. And I was like, okay, so let me go into Summer League, because for women, we don't have a D League.
Yeah.
We don't have, you're either in the WNBA or you're overseas.
Yeah.
So if you want to continue to play, you have to go to the YMCA down the street and get them some pickup games.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I had the opportunity to continue to play at different places and here or there, and I just took them. And like I said, Trina was like, oh, no, you got to go. So it was March of last year. So March of 2016, where I trained for a good 3 months. Hit the at the Final Four, the combine.
Yeah.
Got my agent, Stephanie, and she was like, oh, we can find you something.
Wow.
Now I'm in France.
Wow. So this is the question I always want to ask. Mm-hmm. What lessons from the game, because you're still playing, but you did have some things that went on in your life, and then had a chance to be done playing.
Right.
What lessons did you learn early from sports that you was able to apply in that time frame when you was not playing the game, when you was doing it, or when you was actually in the workforce working?
You know what? Kind of just always focus on next. What's next? Not to settle. You know, you get so caught up in how am I going to make the most money? How am I going to pay this bill or that bill? Because we were used to getting, you know, our financial aid checks and all that stuff. Well, once you graduate, the real world hits you like this. Your car still got to get paid. Your phone still has to be turned on.
Yeah.
So you get so focused on what's going to make me the most money, and that you forget what you know.
Yeah.
You forget what you learned. You forget what's gotten you so far. Well, for me, and I've always heard it say, basketball isn't who I am, but it's what I do. It's what I know.
Come on now.
That's what I know. So why not take what I know to change some lives, to help some kids or these young ladies, to help them get to and prepare for the next level. You can't worry about where you've been. You got to focus on where you're going.
Come on, that's strong. That's strong. That's strong. So you still hooping now,
right?
Where you hooping at?
I'm in France, and Le Poncenet is the name of the club. Châteauroux, France. It's about 2.5 hours outside of Paris.
Awesome.
So anybody over there, come check me out. Hit me up.
I'm gonna go check it out.
Right.
So after getting a chance to realize you have a stage that you can impact other people, you started something, and you done kind of threw the phrase out there a couple times.
Trying to implement it in there.
Yeah. Where to next?
Where to next?
What exactly is Where to Next?
So right now, Where to Next is a training. So we're training kids, sharing my story and getting them in the gym, taking them from and helping them develop their skills at a young age, but also helping to mentor them. Again, I do young ladies. That's primarily who I like to train and where I like to focus. But I also do young men and those boys who are going into too. But it's given me the opportunity to inspire, encourage, and motivate these young ladies to focus on the next phase of their life. Not just through using basketball as a tool.
Yes.
But learning life lessons from the game as well.
Ooh-wee.
Because like I said earlier, I grew up playing for all males, and it was great. Learned a lot, became very strong. But it wasn't until I played for Coach Summit when I realized how impactful it is to play for a female. I'm a female. I need to see females, and these young ladies need to see more females that have gone through the path and what they're doing. So that's kind of what Where to Next is. It's giving them the platform and setting the platform, but it's not necessarily women who are so much older than you either. I have my little sisters who are talking to young children who are going where they're going to.
Right. Just one step, two steps, three
ahead.
steps ahead. That's
one
it.
step, two steps, like you said, 3 steps ahead of them. And that's kind of where that is. And we're in the beginning stages of that. That's why I had to come see my boy right here.
Yes.
To help me grow and build that brand.
If there were some lessons from the game that you learned that you still apply in life and in business, what would you say those lessons are?
I think the first thing that I've definitely learned is to never give up. You can't hear it all the time, but the best shooters become the best shooters because they have a short-term memory.
Yes.
It's the same thing in life. If you fall, or if you don't get the job, or if you don't make the team, or if you don't get whatever, well, focus on what's next. You can't allow one situation determine your future.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing in sports. Okay, we lost this game. Well, how are we going to prepare for the next game? Let's get in there. We're going to watch and film. We're going to get back on the field, on the court, whatever you're in the pool, whatever your platform is, and get ready for whatever's next.
Yeah.
That's kind of where to Next came from in that aspect. And then surround yourself by people who are going to believe in you, who are going to push you, who aren't going to limit you, and who aren't going to pull you back. So you want to surround yourself with people who are kind of at the same level as you, but who are still growing too.
Yeah.
Because you're going to learn from them. You're going to bounce off of them, and you're going to learn so much, and you just gain that respect. And I think that's definitely one thing that I learned from Tennessee. We're sisters to this day. We're going to fight for each other. We're going to help each other grow. We're going to, the first people who were inspiring me and helping me with Where to Next and the t-shirts and stuff like that were my teammates from college.
That's it.
So surrounding yourself is definitely, I think, one of the biggest things that I've learned from sports and helping me in that career. Like I said, I had that stint where I had the life after sports, where I met one of my biggest mentors, one of my biggest supporters. And so when you get to that, learn how to use those people to help you get to the next level.
Those connections, those relationships.
It's all about the connections. And you're going to realize as well, you're going to build those connections in college, but you're never going to think about think about it right away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or not?